Hi guys, and welcome to another What's for Dinner. So let's get started. For dinner tonight, I am making some beef stew. I have taken out my beef just to come to temperature a little bit from the fridge. I'm gonna cube it. And then here are some things that you will need for that is some celery, carrots, potatoes, onion, garlic. I have some dehydrated vegetable seasoning called Vegeta, caraway seed, and paprika. And of course, salt and pepper. So I started off with sauteing my onions and garlic, then I added carrots and celery. And I'm going to saute this until for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then while that's sauteing, I'm going to cube up my beef. So I have added some potatoes and the meat in there, and I'm going to add some coarse sea salt, fresh ground black pepper, and I also forgot I'm adding bay leaf and the rest of the stuff I have already mentioned. Paprika will go last. So my beef is ready. You want it to not to show any blood, and I'm just going to sprinkle paprika all over and add water. I have a touch of beef broth left over from my last recipe, so I'm going to add that as well. I don't typically do it, I just want to use it up. I'm also making some Italian breadsticks. I have gotten a recipe from Taylor Elmore. She had shared it in our last collab. I will link it down in the description box for you to check out her video as well as the recipe. I preheated the oil. I'm gonna add onion and garlic and cook that until the onions translucent and garlic brown. So I have added the carrot, and then I did turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, just one for a teaspoon, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and I'm just gonna cook this until the carrots are done. So now I have added the cabbage, tomatoes, and water. You can also add beans if you like. I didn't because this way my husband can eat it because it'll be on a lower carb versus if I added beans it would add quite a bit of carbs. So I also added salt and pepper, and now I'm gonna let this cook for a while and then finish it off with the zucchini, and I think that's it. So I have added zucchini and Swiss chard, and I'm just gonna let it cook for about 5 minutes. So for dinner tonight, I am making Thai chicken wraps, but I am actually using turkey. So I've got half a pound of white and a pound of white and a pound of dark meat. I've got my peppers and coleslaw, and then I have ginger and garlic, and then on half the meat I'm going to put hoisin sauce, and in the other half I'm going to put red curry paste. I will put a little bit of hoisin sauce in with this, but not all of it. The rest will go into the other batch because red curry paste is quite spicy, so I need to make it not spicy for the kids. So the first step is to cook the meat. And then once I have the meat mixed and it's cooking nicely, I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. So I have added the cabbage, the peppers, garlic, and ginger all at once. And I'm going to cook this down, and then I'm going to separate it into the other pan, add hoisin into that one, and the curry paste into this one. So here's the paste. Now I'm just going to cook it down until it separates, and there's one without it. And I'm also going to add some of the Thai basil that I have in a freezer from my garden. So for dinner tonight, we are having sausage and potatoes with asparagus and coleslaw salad. And I've got, these are sausages that we make, so I've got a hot, garlic, and then paprika that's not hot, and then potatoes, and I will bake that, and then we'll have enough for lunch tomorrow as well. It's super easy. It takes no time. All it takes is to cut the potatoes, you put it all together, oil it, and put it in the oven, 40 minutes, an hour, and it's done. So tonight we are making, well, I am making a big pot of chicken broth, which will follow with, so for dinner we'll have chicken noodle soup. So I will be putting, I have some carcass, I have a turkey neck, and I have some bone-on, skin-on chicken breast, which this is where the meat will come for the chicken noodle soup. And then I have a celery root, celery, carrots, onion, parsley, and I was supposed to have parsley root, but my husband bought me horseradish root, so that won't work. But I have some parsley root in the freezer that I had just found. So yeah, and so I'm gonna start off with this giant pot, and I'm gonna cook my meat first, and I'm gonna cook it with salt and then peppercorns, and then this vegetable seasoning that I use. So I'm gonna get that going, and once it boils, I'm going to add all my vegetables in. So I put all the stuff in, and then I like to also bake my roast my onion a little bit before it goes in the soup. For dinner tonight, we're having pork tenderloin, and I'm going to season it with garlic, pork seasoning, salt, and pepper, and I'm gonna roast it in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. So here it is. I had forgotten to take a video of it last night for dinner, so this is my lunch, so I just wanted to show you. So I made a gravy for it, and then I paired it with a Greek salad. So for dinner I'm making chicken thighs, and I had seasoned them with garlic, dehydrated vegetable, pepper, and salt, and I'm gonna bake them in the oven, and I'm gonna make garlic green beans with it. So here are the green beans with garlic.